Hi, we're the Corrs. We'll be hanging out here with you on VH1 for the next hour,
taking your calls and emails, so stay with us.
All right, I'm going to do the introduction. Caroline, Andrea, Caroline, and Jim. Much appreciated. Now, obviously, sisters, growing up in the same household. Question comes to mind. A lot of people get into music and get into bands because they want to get away from their family life. You guys have obviously molded together, doing it together. Tell me a little bit about where you came from and why you decided to do it all together.
Well, we come from a town on the east coast of Ireland between Dundalk, or Dublin and Belfast. The town is called Dundalk. Our parents are very, very musical, and they brought us up totally surrounded by music. So we all played instruments, and it just felt very natural for us to be in a band together, and thankfully it's worked, because I don't think it works for a lot of families to stick together this long, but we've worked hard at it, so it's good.
And when a lot of bands, there'll be two brothers or a brother sister, and they'll put somebody else in the middle to separate, but that's not happening here, obviously.
No.
All right, well, we're going to get more into that, obviously, as the hour goes on. But Linda.
In the call, AC/DC, you shook me all night long.
No way! Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm sorry, my friend.
Log on to VH1.com, click on where it says VH1 Live, and you can make your vote and make me right, and we'll play the winner at the end of the show.
All right, do you guys have a choice in that Video Wars?
What do you like?
This band? Queen?
I pick Queen. I do. I'm sorry, I
do. We're starting out on a good foot. Okay.
I would actually think the same, yeah. I would like Queen.
I'm a big Queen fan too. Oh, yeah, Freddie Rock.
Actually, we all are.
Okay, all right.
That's a quick question.
Yeah.
Because growing up in my house, music was huge, and only one of us became a recording artist. But I think it's because we had really different musical tastes. You guys, I'm thinking, had the same musical tastes growing up, or were they very diverse?
Kind of similar, because we were kind of, together a lot of the time, so they were similar. But as we got older, we branched off into completely different bands, separately. I like this, somebody else likes something else. So it wasn't always the same,
Okay. Now your video, Breathless, we've been playing it here, getting a ton of requests for it. So obviously, first single off of In Blue, that's amazing. There's a lot of motorcycles in here. You guys got a thing for Harley Davidson?
Yeah, we actually got to go up in this plane. It was a Douglas DC-3 Dakota, and hang out with a lot of. I don't think they were Hell's Angel guys, but they certainly belonged to certain motorcycle gangs in Los Angeles. It was great fun, but we had an unfortunate event where it was extremely hot. We were in the Mojave Desert, and Sharon and Andrea both got really, really bad heat exhaustion and had to be taken to hospital.
Yeah,
that was fun. It was great fun.
That happened on the second day, but they recovered. What?
It was a fun video shoot.
It certainly was.
Well, I heard that action. I thought you should have asked for the motorcycle escort.
You're right.
All right, so we want to start with the video, get to the music right away. Can you guys throw to the video for us?
This is our latest single, Breathless.
A very good indication of what the whole album's going to be about? Is it going to be it's very up-tempo?
No, it's diverse. It's quite a diverse range of songs in it. I mean, it's quite a high-impact song that it's very obvious it would be the first single, and that one is we wrote 3 with Mutt Lang, but the rest we wrote ourselves. So there's quite a diverse range between us because we all write. So,
sure.
But that's kind of very summery, there's a lot of different moods in the album.
That's true. Very summery, very up. It's a nice one, and I know you've got a new one coming out, which we'll get to in a bit. But I have an email here for you. Dear Andrea, Caroline, Jim, and Sharon, on the Corrs online message board, I've seen some people refer to Andrea as Andy, Caroline as Caro, and Sharon as Shar or Shaz. Do you have nicknames for each other?
Not worthy of repeating on live television. I used to be called Kaz. Sometimes Kaz. The girls will call me Kaz, maybe. But Andy Pandy.
Andy Pandy. Okay, we're getting good stuff out of Caroline down there.
I think we should stop now.
I think we should ask Jim. Do you have? They're obviously your little sisters. Do you have?
I actually don't. No.
Just all serious and just refer to their phones. But I have to admit, people always want to call me Becky, and I'm like, no, ixnay on the Becky, no way. Linda.
You're definitely a Becca. You're a Becca.
Yeah, off camera.
We've got a question from Orly here for the Corrs.
Hi, I was wondering how you guys got started in the music business, and did you all start together, or did you each start on your own?
We started together. Well, Jim had toured a little bit with other bands before that, but I mean, we were all quite young, around 16 or 17, and the first thing that we ever did together was basically audition for the Commitments film in Dublin. And that was the first time we got together on stage. And then we met our manager. He was musical coordinator for the film. So we just started to tour, and we eventually got a record deal in 1994 in New York. So it took a little bit of time in between.
All right, we're going to have more with the Corrs.
I think we have somebody on the phone. Linda from Wisconsin. Linda?
Yes.
Hey, you have a question for the Corrs?
Yes, I was just wondering how they hooked up with Mutt Lange.
All right, good question. I'm just going to sort of go back. Mutt Lange is producer, writer extraordinaire. He's worked with everybody from AC/DC to Bryan Adams to Shania Twain. He's actually married to Shania, of course, as well. So, how did you guys hook up?
Well, we were doing a gig actually in London. It's Party in the Park. It's a charity gig that the Prince puts on every year, and Shania was doing it as well. And so we met Shania, and of course her husband was there, which was Mutt, and he expressed admiration for our music, which was very, very flattering. And we just were talking, and we got on really, really well. And I think he suggested we try and write a song together. So we did. And the first song we wrote together was Breathless. And that went so well that we wrote more, and he came over to Ireland, and it was great. He's a great guy.
And of course, people can see the outcome on the album. It's coming out September 12th. There you go. Linda? Okay, Carlos Santana featuring Rod Thomas. That, of course, is a Smooth. Got more with the Corrs coming up, so stick around.
All right, we are hanging with the Corrs today, whose new album, In Blue, comes out on September 12th. Now, I have to say, I first heard of you guys when I was working at a radio station a couple of years ago, and I heard the cover of Fleetwood Mac's Dreams, which was amazing. And you guys have also covered Jimi Hendrix and a lot of great songs. How do you know when a song is for the Corrs to cover? It's going to be a great one.
Well, some songs just kind of come your way, and they make sense. I mean, we covered the Fleetwood Mac song because, well, we've always loved Fleetwood Mac, but at the time Atlantic Records were putting together a tribute to Rumours, and they were asking a lot of bands to get involved, so that's why we did Dreams. And then it just worked out that the song worked out so well that we included it on our own album. Jimi Hendrix was just a favourite of ours, and so that's why we did that.
We're taking emails for you guys too, and we have one from Linda who says, are you guys planning a full US tour sometime in the near future? Everyone wants to know when the live show's on.
Well, we haven't actually put together a live tour. It's not scheduled as of yet. We're hoping that we can get back here in March. We're actually going to be back and forth doing promotion, but we're hoping that we can tour live here in March.
You'll be touring Europe for a little while, right? Yeah. Okay, so we hope to see you right after that. Do we have Rebecca where?
I do, over here.
We have an audience question.
I need one of these guys to shoot us. Miriam, you have a question for the Corrs?
Yes, I do. On Sunday, I was in Times Square with some friends of mine, and we saw y'all filming your video. And, of course, my guy friends thought that all you women were beautiful, and I kind of thought Jim was kind of hot. So, my question is...
I've got his phone number.
Now that I'm embarrassed. What?
I've got his phone number.
Yes, what's his cell phone number? Are any of y'all dating anyone?
Yeah, I'm actually engaged.
I have a boyfriend, but not engaged.
I don't have a boyfriend. And she's not engaged.
But I am engaged.
No, I have none.
I'm singing. I'll hand you my number later. Okay?
Actually, we might make a couple of copies of the number if that's okay. If that's okay with
Sure
Jim.
thing.
We're actually getting to the next video right now, which is by U2. U2, by the way, going to be hanging live with me and Becca on the Daily One next week. I think that'll be next Friday. And we're playing their video, The Sweetest Thing. You guys are familiar maybe with U2? You've heard of them?
Definitely. Well, we know them obviously quite well. And this video is great because it's shot in Dublin, and they included Boyzone in the video as well. So it's a brilliant song.
Can I tell you, not to embarrass Andrea, but my favorite part of the Commitments is when everyone starts to come auditioning and they ask, who are your musical influences? And everyone goes, U2 and whoever else, U2 and the Cranberries. I love that part. All right, can you put out to Sweetest Thing for us?
This is The Sweetest Thing by U2.
U2, That's the Sweetest Thing, which they shot on the streets of Dublin, if I'm not mistaken, right? There you go. And then we had the Corrs in Times Square just the other day, right? Had someone here mentioning that they saw you shooting the new video. Tell us about the video, what it's about, tell us about the song. What was it like shooting in the streets of New York, by the way?
It was crazy because, obviously it was right in the middle, on an island in the middle of Times Square, and the director's name is Joseph Kahn, so it should be really, really nice. And
he did Faith Hill, the one that we've got now. So
it was just weird. I mean, there's people just going past in cars screaming at us most of the time. It was fun.
When can we see that? When will we see the video?
God, that's a good question. A few
October,
weeks.
I think. Yeah, a couple of weeks.
the song's irresistible, correct? Yes, all right. Going to a commercial?
Yes.
Correct? I think we're going to pay some bills, as we like to say here, and we'll be back with more with the Corrs, right?
Hey, what's up, everybody? You're hanging with VH1 Live. I am Linda Lopez. Got the Corrs in the house today. We're taking all your questions for them, but first, we've got to check in with Biddy for the Corrs over here. What's your name?
My name is Michael. You guys are obviously huge in Europe, very big. Now you're breaking into the U.S. Hard obstacles? What have you found has been hard or easy about coming to the States?
I suppose it's just it's a challenge for us coming over here. We're hoping that we can gain the level of success that we've gained everywhere else. We don't see why we can't. It's just a challenge. We love this country, and we're hoping that this country will love our music as much as we love it, as much as we love it.
All right, I have a question via email. Question is for Sharon. Sharon, you probably grew up listening to a bunch of great Irish traditional songs. This person wants to know, his name's Mark, what was it like the first time you stood up on stage in a huge arena and played one of those songs in your kick-ass, and he says that's rock and roll version, like Haste to the Wedding?
It's pretty amazing, and the one brilliant thing about it is that no matter where you are, whether you're in Taiwan or Tokyo or you're in Ireland or you're in the States, the crowd erupts to that music. They just absolutely love it. There's something about traditional Irish music that just gets people going. It really livens them up. So I don't think I can remember the first time I did it, but I suspect it was much like that.
All right. Okay, so that guy said kick-ass, and that was my in. I get to say kick-ass on TV. I'm going to say it again. Vertical Horizon with You're a God. Now we're hanging with the Corrs. We've got a phone call from Chicago. Kendall, are you there?
Yeah.
Hey, what's your question for the Corrs?
Where do you get your inspiration? Is it from personal experience?
Yeah, it definitely is. It's from inspiration from life experiences, from things that matter to us, you know, or to the things that dominate my mind, I suppose, you know, if it's a song that I've written, things that are important.
Okay, now what about when you write together? Because I know there's a bunch of different collaborations on the new
Lyrically,
album.
it would just be one person, so it would be totally what they were feeling at the time, or maybe, you know, lost love, gained love, sort of thing.
Those universal themes, right? Thank God for those. All right, I have an email here. This is from another guy named Mark, and he has a question for the Corrs. After all your working and traveling together, are you ever impressed by each other?
I tell you,
I like this old hat.
Sometimes I look around, and I know it sounds a bit sick actually, but I do often look around and see Caroline banging on the drums, and I go, hang on, what's that? You know, when I look around and I see the audience, I sometimes don't see it from me, but I look at Sharon and I look at Jim and I go, wow, look what you're doing. You're playing to that size of an audience, you know.
So you take yourself out of the mix for a bit.
Yeah, then I get the buzz, you know. Then I see it. It's weird.
Nice. All right, Linda.
Yep, got a question over here from Maureen.
Hi, love you guys. Love the song Breathless.
Thank you.
Just wondering if you have any sibling rivalry.
You know, we've been as a band, we've been together all our lives, and as a band for 10 years. So we've kind of done away with all that already. I mean, we you know, of course you have your arguments, and you know, you have, you know, a bit of strife here and there. But I mean, we're kind of at the stage where the music's the most important thing to us, and you know, we just get over anything silly.
We do have a problem with Jim borrowing our dresses. That's about all that goes kind of wrong at this stage. But he looks good in them.
Thank you. Just ruined my image.
We knew if we got you all together, we were going to get some insider info.
I know. I have two sisters as well, and the clothes issue is it's a whole other thing. All right, we actually are going to come back with more with the Corrs, and when we do come back, we're checking in with video.
I know I have to live love.
All right, the moment has arrived. It's the Hard Rock Smackdown, we're calling it today. Video Wars, we're having you vote for these three, AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, and Queen, and I don't even want to look at the final results. Can we take a look at these right now?
I'm going to win.
AC/DC, come on.
Final results.
What are the final results? Oh,
okay,
my God.
there we go.
Oh, my Lord. So close. So, since Guns N' Roses and Queen are so close, we're going to have the audience vote here, too. And since I'll be voting for AC/DC, it'll be a whole other story. Now, but everyone hold up your cards. Let's see if we have a change up in here. Queen Guns N' Roses. Do you know I did not see a single AC/DC show going all night long? Not one.
Queen. All right, you know what? Because the band came in and was nice enough to come in, we're going to let you guys break the tie. What do you want to see?
Queen.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for coming. New album In Blue is in store September 12th. You can watch for that, and obviously see the videos here on VH1.
Thank you, Corrs. And make sure you're here tomorrow. We're going to do our summer wrap-up special, tell you everything to look forward to in the fall. So we'll see you then.